Prince Georg Friedrich of Prussia visits the Oxford Union in Oxford. The Princess of Wales opens Hope Street in Southampton. Emeritus King Albert II of the Belgians is admitted to the hospital in Brussels. Queen Letizia of Spain meets with the Spanish national football team in Las Rosas de Madrid. And Crown Princess Mary of Denmark attends a summit in Copenhagen. All this and much more coming up next on your Royal Daily News. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Alexandra, and this is your Royal Daily News for June 27th, 2023. In Copenhagen, Her Royal Highness Crown Princess Mary of Denmark, as patron of the Global Fashion Agenda, attended the Global Fashion Summit, Copenhagen Edition 2023, held at the Copenhagen Concert Hall. The theme of this year's two-day summit is Ambition to Action. Quote, with an uplifting sense of clarity, Global Fashion Agenda will present content experiences focused on tangible impact and convene core fashion stakeholders, including designers, youth citizens, industry leaders, and representatives from investment, policy, and NGOs. End quote. During this morning's event, the Crown Princess gave the opening speech as well as attended the panel sessions, the focus on fashion logistics, and luxury's sustainable development. Meanwhile, Miss Lene Ballaby, head of communications for the Danish Royal Court, confirmed that His Royal Highness Prince Christian of Denmark has obtained his driver's license. Yay! However, since the future King of Denmark is only 17 years old, he may only drive under special circumstances. Also, his parents must give their consent, and there must be a companion in the car who is over the age of 30 and has held a driver's license for at least 10 years. Fortunately for Prince Christian, his longtime bodyguards, well, they meet the criteria. In East Jutland, Her Majesty Queen Margrethe II of Denmark arrived at the Aarhus harbor this morning aboard the royal yacht Dannebrog. Upon her arrival, Her Majesty the Queen was warmly welcomed by the mayor of Aarhus, Mr. Jacob Bunsgaard, government representatives from the Aarhus municipality, and dozens of well-wishers as well as tourists. Over the next few weeks, Her Majesty the Queen will stay at her summer residence known as Marselisborg Slot. In Oslo, His Majesty King Harald V of Norway attended the opening of the University of Oslo's International Summer School, ISS, held at the university's auditorium. Established in 1947, the ISS aims to, quote, create a forum for international understanding and dialogue across conflict and national borders, end quote. In Stockholm, Miss Margareta Thorngren, head of communications for the Swedish Royal Court, confirmed that Her Royal Highness Princess Madeleine of Sweden and her husband, Mr. Christopher O'Neill, along with their 3 children, have postponed their plans to move back to Sweden this year. Instead, the princess and her family will make the permanent move in 2024. The Swedish newspaper Expressen reached out to Miss Thorngren for more information about the sudden decision. Quote, is it because of questions connected to the Swedish Migration Agency? Miss Thorngren replied, the reason is neither a migration issue, the house sale, nor anything like that. It is simply that the time for the family and with all the move it entails, it has been a little too short. Ms. Thorngren did not elaborate on the specifics of the delayed move, but she did confirm that Princess Leonor, Prince Nicholas, and Princess Adrian will start school and preschool in the fall of 2023 in the United States. In Madrid, Her Majesty Queen Letizia of Spain chaired a meeting with the Board of Trustees of the Fundación Residencia de Estudiantes, held at the Residencia de Estudiantes. According to the Spanish Royal Court, during the meeting, Her Majesty the Queen and the Board of Trustees, quote, approved the activities report for 2022 and the project for 2024, end quote. In the afternoon, Her Majesty the Queen arrived at the Ciudad del Fútbol de las Rosas, which is just outside the city center of Madrid, to meet with the Spanish national football team participating in the upcoming FIFA Women's World Cup 2023 in Australia and New Zealand. Upon her arrival, Her Majesty the Queen was warmly welcomed by the President of the Higher Sports Council, Mr. Victor Francos, the President of the Royal Spanish Football Federation, Mr. Luis Rubiales, and the Minister of Culture, Tourism and Sports of the Community of Madrid, Mr. Mariano Tapaco. Thereafter, Her Majesty the Queen watched a training session and eventually went down to the field to meet with the players and coaching staff. The day ended with Her Majesty the Queen giving a speech to the players stating, quote, "Best of luck, and rest assured that you take to those lands so far away the affection of a whole country that is truly by your side. So thank you. Thank you so very much, and good luck." End quote. In Palermo, Sicily, His Majesty King Felipe VI of Spain, accompanied by the President of the Republic of Portugal, Marcelo Rebelo de Sousa, and the President of the Italian Republic, Sergio Mattarella, attended the 16th edition of the COTEC Europa Symposium held at the Teatro Massimo. The theme of this year's symposium is Innovation in Sustainable Finance. Prior to the symposium, His Majesty the King decided to do, well, a little sightseeing, because why not? It's Italy. I mean, who wouldn't, right? Anyway, His Majesty the King visited the Cathedral of Monreale and the cloister of Santa Maria la Nova, and one of the 12 monuments of the Monumental Tour of Palermo, which has been declared a World Heritage Site in 2015 by UNESCO. Then it was back to business, so His Majesty the King and the two presidents participated in the 2023 COTEC Europa Symposium. At noon, His Majesty the King and the two presidents attended a luncheon hosted by President Mattarella at Palazzo dei Normanni. In Brussels, His Majesty Emeritus King Albert II of the Belgians was rushed to the hospital early this morning after he had been, quote, feeling unwell, end quote, at his residence Chateau de Belvedere. The Belgian Royal Court confirmed that the 89-year-old Emeritus King showed signs of dehydration and was therefore rushed to the hospital as a precautionary measure. Quote, he is currently under surveillance, but the situation is reassuring at this stage, end quote. The Emeritus King will remain in the hospital for the next 2 to 3 days for observation. Their Majesties King Philippe and Queen Mathilde of the Belgians, Her Majesty Emerita Queen Paula of the Belgians, and His Royal Highness Prince Laurent of Belgium visited the King this morning. His Majesty King Philippe was scheduled to carry out an engagement at the University of Ghent this afternoon, but naturally, the King postponed his visit. Over the years, Emeritus King Albert II has had a myriad of health problems. In 2000, he had emergency heart surgery. In November 2011, he had surgery to treat basal cell carcinoma on his nose. In 2014, he had surgery to remove skin tumors from his head and his nose. And in 2018, he had 2 heart procedures. In Almelo, Her Majesty Queen Maxima of the Netherlands, as a member of the Dutch Entrepreneurship Committee, attended the inauguration of the new headquarters of the non-profit organization Credits. Established in 2009, Credits provides loans up to €250,000 to entrepreneurs who do not have access to financing from regular banks. According to RVD, the loan can be combined with a coaching program which, quote, contributes to better chances of a successful start of a company. In addition, the organization offers various online training courses and tools to promote entrepreneurship, end quote. After the opening, Her Majesty the Queen was given a tour of the new headquarters as well as participated in a roundtable meeting with several entrepreneurs. The meeting was held under the theme, Helping SMEs Become More Sustainable. In Luxembourg City, His Royal Highness Hereditary Grand Duke Guillaume of Luxembourg, accompanied by the Minister of the Economy, Mr. Franz Foyet, attended the opening of the conference Go International Day, held at the Luxembourg Chamber of Commerce. According to the Cour Grand Ducal, Go International Day is a, quote, new event entirely dedicated to international trade. Led by the Chamber of Commerce and companies active internationally, the conference provides Luxembourg companies with export ambitions with crucial information on target markets." End quote. During today's event, the Hereditary Grand Duke and Minister Foyet attended a panel session on the opportunities and challenges related to investments in high-risk markets. In Southampton, Her Royal Highness the Princess of Wales opened Hope Street, a new residential community for women and their children developed by One Small Thing. According to the official website for One Small Thing, quote, "One Small Thing's commitment to systematic change for women and their children in the justice system has inspired us to build Hope Street." Hope Street will pilot a new approach to working with justice-involved women. From within a healing, trauma-informed residential environment, women and children will have access to a range of specialist support. By taking a positive and compassionate approach, we aim to create a blueprint for change that can be replicated across the country and achieve better outcomes for women, their children, and society. End quote. On Monday evening in Munich, His Royal Highness Duke Franz of Bavaria and his longtime partner, Mr. Thomas Greinwald, attended the premiere of Hamlet during Day 3 of the famous Munich Opera Festival, held at the National Theatre. The festival is organized by the Bavaria State Opera and attracts thousands of visitors from around the world. And finally, in Oxford, His Imperial and Royal Highness Prince Georg Friedrich of Prussia gave a speech at the Oxford Union on Monday. Past speakers include His Majesty King Letzi of Lesotho, His Serene Highness Prince Albert II of Monaco, His Serene Highness Prince Hans Adam of Liechtenstein, and most recently, Reza Pahlavi, the Crown Prince of Iran, and the son of the last Emperor and Empress of Iran. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for joining me this evening. I will be back tomorrow on Wednesday, June 28th, with all the latest royal news. Until then, I wish you all a wonderful Tuesday evening and a great day tomorrow. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss a thing. Okay, have a wonderful evening, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.